Hello merchants and welcome to SKUSavvy. This is a quick tutorial on connecting your Shopify store with SKUSavvy. As you first set up your account, you'll come to the dashboard which will have a couple of tasks, and one of those tasks is to connect your Shopify. So go ahead and click on that, or just come into your properties and head over to Shopify. We'll bring you to this page where the first thing you're going to want to do is to enter the unique store URL. You can find this store URL by going into your Shopify admin and finding the portion of the URL that's before the .myshopify. You'll copy that in, and then you'll go down to the next step, which is to create a private app within Shopify. So you can click here, which will take your store URL and bring you to the right section. First, we're going to go into the settings and go to apps and sales channels, and then click on develop apps. Within here, you'll be creating a new app. Now I've already created one, so I'm going to go ahead and click into that. And once you have gotten here, you can just simply follow these directions. You'll enable the store so that you can have custom apps if you haven't done so already. Second, you'll create the app, so that will allow you to put an app name, which you can just put SKUSavvy or SKUSavvy.com. You can select from the drop-down one of the app developers, and from there we're going to go ahead and configure the admin API scopes, which will give the correct permissions so that SKUSavvy can pull in all of the relevant information from your Shopify store. So head on over to that newly created app, and you can just click on Review Configuration, which will bring you to the admin API configuration. We have already assigned a few, but you can go into these by clicking on Edit, and you're just going to follow all of the correct permissions that are listed out here. So you're going to end up with 31 different permissions, such as write assigned orders fulfillment, customers, you're going to want to read customer information, reading the discounts. So all of that information will flow into SKUSavvy. So make sure that you have correctly set each of these permissions so that you don't end up with errors in the data flow. Once you have gone through and correctly assigned all of the permissions for your private app, you'll go ahead into the API credentials and actually install the app on your store. So once you have this, you can go into the API credentials and click on Install App, which is going to ask you whether you want to install it into your store. Just go ahead and click Install. That will actually enable SKUSavvy to begin the connection with your storefront and start pulling in the information. From there, you'll go ahead and get the private app keys, which have been generated at the time that you install the app onto your store. First, we're going to get an admin API access token. To find this, you'll go into the configuration, the API credentials. You can scroll down and you'll see the API key as well as the API secret key. You're going to go ahead and enter these pieces of information into the following two fields. So admin API access token, that's right here. And then you'll go ahead and grab your API secret key. You can just press the clipboard icon there, grab both of those and paste them in over here. Once you've pasted both of those details in and have your private app with the correct permissions, you can go ahead and submit this information, which will begin the process of bringing over your data from your Shopify site to SKUSavvy and enabling an ongoing connection so that as orders are placed, as customers come through, you'll have all of that information syncing up with your SKUSavvy storefront. If you have any kind of questions throughout this process, please feel free to reach out to one of us, either from the SKUSavvy Contact Us page or directly via commenting on this video. Thank you very much.